all, welcome to the Probetus podcast. I'm Savanah Simmers, your host, and this month we are joined by JC and Matt from True North Church. So we are featuring different nonprofits around the state that are participating in Giving Hearts Day. So they're here to tell us about their programs and what they're looking to do for Giving Hearts Day. So I'll let you guys introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about True North Church.
Cool. My name is Matt Short, and I'm the family pastor here.
Okay.
Not here in this building, but here at True North Church.
Yeah.
I'm the family pastor there, and I oversee our kids, youth, and young adult ministries.
Awesome.
And specifically with what we're talking about today, our youth. And so I also wear the hat of a youth pastor.
And family pastor.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yep.
How long have you been a pastor?
This year. It's been about over a year. Today. It's first time.
We're getting stuff done.
Yeah. It's time to get started.
Good morning.
Yeah, no, I've been with True North for over a year.
Okay, awesome. Very cool.
Yeah, but you've been with us since the beginning.
Since the beginning.
Yeah.
And I've been
on staff.
Yeah.
And when is the beginning? When was True North founded?
We started like almost 3 years ago, but we started with discipleship groups first. And
Very
so
cool.
Sundays, like kind of when the whole community would maybe know about us,
Uh-huh.
like 2.5 years ago. So September 2021 was when we launched church, like Sunday church.
During a challenging time. Or post, a year after, I guess. A little bit
A
calmer?
little after.
Okay.
Yeah. Still in the,
In the midst of it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always unique. But JC, what is your role over there?
Oh, yeah. I am the Serving and Outreach Director
Okay.
for True North. And so I was part of the core for the people that started True North Church.
I love that.
Yeah. So I've, like Matt was saying, lots of hats. I started kind of doing a little bit of what he does now, but my heart is for like what are we doing to change the community and to make it better and bring people along with us. So
That is so
Serving and
cool.
outreach.
I love that. I love that so much. And Core 4 is such a fun way to say it. So are you part of the Core 4?
No.
Matt? No? Okay, that's okay. We still like you anyways.
Yeah.
We'll keep
Part
you.
of the original discipleship groups
Okay,
and
very
all of
cool.
that. Yeah.
I love startup stories. As some of our followers know, Probetus is a startup story too. So whenever we can join in celebrating people who have created something from nothing and it's founded on love and dedication and passion and all of those things, it's just so huge.
Yeah, for sure. So a lot of churches, a church plant comes from like a denomination is supporting it for multiple years, or it comes from there's funding involved in church planting typically, and for us that was not the case. We literally started from nothing, just people who wanted to build church differently and see something different.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And there's always a space for everyone,
Mm-hmm.
and it's great when you can create more spaces to welcome more people.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's totally what we're about.
just openness, and yeah, I love that when it comes to church and faith and whatever you take on kind of thing, that you can have different areas. And so can you guys tell me a little bit more about the services and maybe how people can get involved in True North or what you guys have going on there? Let's hear it. Who wants to roll first? So maybe Sunday service. Do you lead that, or do we have other pastors?
We got a team of pastors. We have Pastor Mike,
Okay.
Pastor Brandon, and Pastor Stephen. And so those will be the people that you'll probably hear speaking most of the time. That'll be a pretty solid. You come to True North Church, you're going to hear these guys speaking. But our Sunday experience, I think is top notch. You're gonna walk in, you're gonna feel loved immediately. You're gonna feel welcomed immediately. We have a great person who brings donuts and provides the donuts and the coffee. Shout out to Kayla, thank you.
That's huge.
Right.
Who doesn't love that? You
Who
got
doesn't?
to,
Especially up north. I know y'all love donuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we have a great kids program. The worship experience is great, and beyond that, like the Sunday experience is what you would want to be a part of, but even more so, it is just kind of our entry point to where we want to experience God and how we want to experience discipleship and experience community. Because like Sunday is, we come here,
Right.
but like that's just the first part.
Right, yeah, and where you can take it past that, and I can just feel the energy. So I can imagine just in this short time we have here together, the energy that you two bring is amplified so much more in your space.
There's a lot of us,
Which is so fun. I love that.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Yeah, when people come on Sunday, that's like we want them to feel like they've come into our home. So both with like the level of comfort, like coffee and donuts, and just feeling a sense of ease. Like we don't have any weird stuff where like if you're not a part of us, you're gonna feel weird being here. If you don't know, the memorized prayers or whatever. A lot of people are hesitant about church because
you
they
can
don't
just
feel,
come with clothes on too.
Right.
Yeah, the intimidation.
The requirement is that you have clothes on, but what you wear is not.
It's not.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's no dress code.
This is our dress code, pretty much.
This is what we're.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's great. It's 21st century, right?
21st century. I want to wear a
All are
sweatshirt.
welcome.
Yeah.
Come as you are.
Yeah.
Very.
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll out of bed. Do
You
whatever.
want to be like
Brush your teeth.
Come
on.
If you could.
You can't just at least a minute. Pop a minute in.
Okay. Maybe we have those next to the donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
yeah,
should. It's a good
should.
idea.
We
Good
could.
job, Savanah.
Coffee.
I'm just here to help. Just try it.
Give ideas,
Doing what I can.
Brainstorm those startup things. But like the people that we are on Sunday from the platform is who we are in our living rooms. So, we want to be different because I think the church in America in general is really unhealthy because people put like church leaders on this platform and then expect them to be perfect, and then when you come to church you think you're expected to be perfect, and none of us are, and so so that's how we roll at True North.
Love it.
But that's what we want for our youth too. We want them to discover like who they are, who they were created to be, without all of the extra stuff that the world tells us that we're supposed to be.
Oh my goodness, right?
So, yeah.
As we're like doing the whole social media thing right now and getting our message out and all that stuff, the message comes, I don't. The message comes in so many different ways, right? Like between social media is, I always say, the beautiful and the hardest thing. It's so great in connecting people across countries, worldwide, but also it just can be a dark, dangerous place for youth and adults in the same.
Yep.
Those who are learning to grow and just taking so much stimulus in.
Yeah, we try to keep it organic. So even like social media, you're kind of looking at the social media. Not kind of. You are looking at the social media team.
There we go.
Yep.
Like the more refined you are, the like bigger gap you put between you and whoever's looking at your stuff, and so we're not very refined. We
keep it real.
We want people to know like we're just regular people, and we're not like trying to put on a mask or put on this perfection or anything like that. And so and that is for adults and it's for students and kids.
Yeah, anyone and everyone. Well, Giving Hearts Day is on February 8th, so it's right around the corner. And I know you guys have a special mission or project, I guess, that your funds will be going to for Giving Hearts Day. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so our mission, the TNC Youth, exists to develop faith-filled risk takers who pursue the heart of God. And so the key word there is develop. One of the things JC likes the way I say it. I let people know, like, I don't want to just build a Q program. I don't want just a club, a hangout time. I want it to be intentional. I want us to hang out. I want us to make friends. I want us to build community. But I want to teach and develop our students on what it looks like to pray, what it looks like to worship God, what it looks like to devote yourself to the Bible, or what it looks like to dive into community and to actually build relationships with one another. And then take it a step further. What does it look like to serve others? I've grown up in Oklahoma City, lived in New Orleans and Dallas. And
big
I've
cities.
Been around a bunch of big cities. And the best thing that helped me expand my worldview was to go see other people's scenarios and situations.
Yes.
And so it's so easy to kind of get focused, like, this is what life is. This is what life is like, and for all people.
Right.
And then you kind of forget not all people are walking the same road you are in the same lane. And so along with trying to develop spiritual faith and foundations in their life, we also want to add service and how they can serve, how Jesus has called us to serve. And so how do we serve our community? And so we, for Giving Hearts Day, the funds that we the things that we're trying to do with Giving Hearts is, we were talking about it, I keep forgetting the word, but it's disruptive, right? Disruptive experiences.
Yeah.
So along the talks of social media.
You use all of these great words. Like, I'm just like so captivated. I love intentional. It's like one of my favorite words is intentional. And then you said risk taker, and I love that too. Yeah. And then disruptive. These are so great. Like, these words are captivating. They have such strong meaning behind them, and to use them in the right way or with your mission is just so forward moving and thinking. So I'm sorry to interrupt you, but go. Disruptive. Let's do it. What are we doing?
I have
I'm all into
put
it.
a lot of time, a lot of thought, a lot of prayer, not just in the program, but for the students. Like, what do I want these students to experience?
Well, they're a future.
Yeah, they're the future. Future. So, disruptive experience, going back to our social media post, right? Like, in our world, it's so easy to get caught up in all the noise, right? Yeah, I'm just sitting here, I'm scrolling, and I actually just opened up the weather app.
I care about that too.
Yeah, so it is important. But they'll keep scrolling, or they're worried about like the trends or the fashions or what's the next hot thing, that they get sucked into this, that they kind of forget real life, real world, and even like to be aware of who they are. And so we call them disruptive experiences. And what I want to do, what we've been doing, so we're not even a year old. Right. And we've gone to, so we'll do like a summer camp. So we go to a summer camp. What does summer camp do? It takes them away from their phone. It takes them away from the pressure of trying to be popular, trying to fit in with this
How
group,
many likes?
do these things. It takes them away out of the noise. It secludes you to just, one, be with people. This human connection alone can change the game for youth.
Yes.
We're not even talking the spiritual side yet, right? Like just this can change the game, like on what that can do, even for like their mental health and all these other things.
Oh, so much.
But so we call them disruptive experiences. So camp, it's a week long, and we go out to camp. We have tons of fun. There's like crazy games. You're going to get dirty. You're going to get crazy. You're going to scream, lose your voice. But then you're also going to have moments at night to like step into a service, to encounter God, and to step into your faith, and to step into something that's greater than you. Right. And so that's those kinds of experiences that are going to disrupt their normal life so they can have an encounter with God. And then we have something called youth convention. This last year I took our student leaders and a couple of our volunteer leaders to a youth convention. I just wanted them to see. There was 4,600 students there. Wow. And there was, that's just crazy. The number
When you talked about immersing yourself into other cultures and people and climates outside of your bubble. Yep. No matter how big your bubble is, the world's always bigger.
Yep, the world's always bigger. And what's cool is another thing too, it's good to catch vision of, like when our students can catch vision and see their peers, 4,600 other students who are wanting to pursue the same things they are, or they some of those people probably aren't there to serve Jesus yet, but they maybe want to grow. Maybe there's something in the Bible that there was some wisdom that they wanted to learn more about, because the Bible offers that as well. And so, like, you're there, you see 4,600 of your peers worshiping, praying, learning, growing, having fun, and there's something, I can talk about it all day.
I feel you. I know.
But once you see it, it changes.
Oh, yes.
Once you can catch vision of it, it's like, I can do my best to cast the vision. I can do my best to paint the picture.
Right.
But if I can get you there, it will change your life, because you'll see, you can step outside of Fargo, Moorhead area, right?
And I think they can even just realize they're not alone too.
They're
like
not
if they're
alone.
thinking, if they maybe feel they're pushing those boundaries of, is this weird, or will this make me uncool? Where does this take me, kind of thing? To just see that big of a space filled with that many people of
Gives them a
someone
lot of
like
freedom
them.
to-
And just connect. I'm sure there was many social handles exchanged between kids throughout the
for
country.
sure.
Like,
Yep.
which is one of the big blessings of social media, that connection.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, and you can do with it what you choose.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. So these two programs are kind of the big two core things in your youth. We have the summer camp, and then
Those are our disruptive, like, experiences. And then we do our youth nights every Wednesday. And so the youth night is geared towards the youth of Fargo Moorhead.
Awesome.
And the surrounding areas. I'm from the South, so I'm not about
Matt
to spit
doesn't
off.
know what they all are.
I'm not about to spit off all the names.
Fargo Moorhead Metro.
You know
There you go.
Metro. You know the area.
We've got new language now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like it.
pick
Cool.
it up.
Okay. So
I'm gonna steal a couple words from you too, so we got this.
Yeah. So I want to serve those students. So we do it every Wednesday night from 6:30 to 8:30.
Okay. And what age is that?
6th grade to 12th grade.
Okay, cool.
And so this is geared, again, towards every student in this metro area.
Very cool.
Where they're invited, they're welcome, they're loved. We have...
Your parents don't have to be a member, kind of thing. Just come on in.
Come on in. We
come with a friend.
Right,
We've got lots
however
of
you
kids
get
that
there.
come that their families don't attend True North, but they come with friends, or they've heard of it, or whatever.
Get introduced.
Yep.
And right now we're not a year old, and we started, there was like 14. Right now we're like at 60, 70. There's a lot of
Oh my goodness.
of good momentum that's happening.
Yeah.
We have a great adult volunteers.
I was just gonna ask.
Who love.
That's a lot of kids.
It's a lot of kids. I would do it by myself, but I'd be cranky.
Yeah, there's only so much.
There's
Like
only
because they got a lot of energy.
They do have a lot of energy.
Middle schoolers.
Yeah.
But as a parent, the way to defeat that is to have more energy and tire them.
Match. Yeah.
You got to
One for one.
Yeah, bring it. I bring it.
I believe it. I believe that for sure.
I'm almost 36, and I act like I'm 20 on youth nights, and then I go home and I
Crash.
Yeah.
My body's like, we're too old for this.
So youth nights, are they at your location?
Yeah.
And where are you guys located?
We're in the Prax building right now. So
Okay.
Like I said, we're only 2.5
Yeah.
years old. So we were set up and tear down out of a trailer at a middle school.
Cool.
And then just at the beginning, so we've been in the Prax building for just over a year.
Yep.
Because beginning of 2023, we moved into the Prax building, and we just rent like some of the first floor.
Okay.
In one wing.
Nice.
So auditorium, some office space, some kid space,
Very cool.
the basement.
So I was gonna say, where do you put all these kids?
I know.
For the youth, we go in the auditorium.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got the big speakers. We got music. I love loud music. I love
Jamming.
energy.
Yeah.
I love all that stuff. So we're in the auditorium. And we got, we'll do a series. Currently, we're in a series called New Era.
Okay.
It's a new year, and so it's a new era. And every month we go into a series.
Oh, very
So
nice.
we kind of dive into that. So like your night looks like we come in for like 6:30 to 7. We're eating pizza. We're hanging out. Everyone's just kind of intermingling, talking, hanging
Yeah.
out.
Connection.
Connecting.
About relationships.
Yeah.
Putting the phone down, doing that one-to-one.
Yep. And then from 7 to 8:30 is when we do our youth night. And so that's going to look like we come in and we get the youth hyped up in the hallway. So the doors are shut, and we got a few youth leaders who love doing it. We just get them all real excited. They start screaming. We have the music blasting as loud as it can. Then the doors open, and then we're all in there screaming, high-fiving them as they're running down.
I just love that energy.
Yeah.
It reminds me almost of like a locker room, like, you know, the pump up kind of get ready, let's go now.
Yeah.
And what that can bring to
with
kids.
Teenagers, you have to kind of like shake off the, you know, like
the cool kid.
I'm cool on my phone, and then and when you have leaders that they look up to, they want to be like, and the leaders are going all out. I mean, they're going all out for games and music and all of that, but then they're also like, their hearts are in it. So when it comes time to worship and respond to the message, I mean, they're in it. So I'm both ways. Like, I can be like my leader in a fun way. I can be like my leader in the way that they worship, the way that they honor Jesus, the way that they pursue Jesus, all of that.
Yeah.
So
that mentorship.
Yep.
yeah.
And that comes unintentional. I'm sure, not unintentional, I should say. Intentionally organic, but they're probably not overly aware in the start of things when they get that magnitude towards someone and they start to realize, like, I want to be like this person.
Yeah.
I want to do that, and that value that adult can bring.
Yep.
For sure.
So you guys talk about all this really cool stuff, and I know Giving Hearts Day is a lot about donating monetary donations. So raising capital, because it's expensive. We have overhead. We have real costs.
Food costs money.
I was going to say pizza. I'm like,
it costs money.
You bring 60 kids pizza, y'all must need like
Every Wednesday
40 pizzas or 50. I can't even imagine.
Destroyed.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's always empty. I gotta increase our pizza count.
So just those things in general. You have your congregation and your people here to support you, and we really encourage anyone who is able. Every dollar goes to a great spot, and it counts. It matters whether you can give $5 or $5,000. It all adds up, and it's that really rolling down the hill momentum that can just be magnitude. But in addition to funds, how can the Fargo-Moorhead Metro community help support you guys? Is it volunteering? What can they do to help bring awareness to True North Church and your youth program?
Well, yeah. Do you want to answer this? Or do you want me?
I was going to say that, like, volunteer, always looking for, people who are committed. Like, Matt will give the whole spiel about.
I want to save us time, but you're more than welcome, and we can talk. But I'm very. I know what we're building. I know what we're looking for, and I want people who want to invest and who are committed. Because a lot of times, and there's a whole reason behind it.
Where are you going?
There's a whole reason behind it.
Hey, I think we've all been burned by volunteers.
Yeah.
If you've served somewhere that has had volunteers, we've all been burned. So you're looking for a partnership. You're looking for a long-term dedication.
But I even go back, like, when I was in youth group, like, the thing that I remember the most, there's not a sermon I remember.
Right.
Same.
There's the thing I remember, his name was Rick St. John. He was my leader from 9th grade to 12th grade.
Yeah.
And what I remember most, I can't tell you a quote he ever told me. I can't tell you a wise word he ever said.
Yeah.
What I can tell you is he was there every Wednesday, and he was my group leader, and he was consistent, and I knew he was there for me for 4 years straight.
Yeah.
And so that's what I remember.
Yeah.
And he helped me establish my faith. He helped me become a young man and step out of boyhood. And so the reason I look for those committed people are more for, it's hard to build relationship with students if you're just one-off. Right? And we want to build the next generation. So that's why.
And it's kind of practicing what you preach too. You're not looking for someone who's going to be like here every once in a while kind of thing, because that's not what you're trying to teach or instill in the youth. It's that dedication. It's that long-term. It's that reliable kind of thing.
And that's the kind of church that we are. Like, that's the church that we want to build too. We want people, God did a whole lot more with 12 men than he did with 5,000 that got fed. Like, we want to be the 12. We want, like, those are the people that we want to be and build up and equip. Like, we want to replicate that. And so people who are about it, I guess, like,
Right.
So volunteers, back to your question.
Yes, yeah, volunteers. We love volunteers.
Taking up all the time.
No.
Volunteers, but also, I mean, like Matt was saying, the kids eat a lot. So we've had people who have offered, like, can I make a meal for, or like bring in food for the students to eat on a Wednesday.
We love food.
Another way to the heart.
From the South.
Yeah, yeah. If it's tacos, Matt will.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. So, but like things that will just bless the kids or bless the leaders. I mean, like you said, we've all been burned by volunteers. I think we've also, as volunteers, been burned, and we don't want that for our people. Like, we are doing this together. I never want to tell somebody, like, this is my way, you just do it. Like, you have gifts that I don't have, so you go, you've got authority, you do it. And then we're in partnership together, doing it together, building it together. So things that will bless also, like, our leaders is amazing, because they work really hard, and they like, I mean, they all have full-time jobs. They all come after work, or they have kids, all of that, and so that they use their time and their talents that they can invest in teenagers in our community. Like, that's a big deal, and so things that bless them also. And then, of course, like, just spreading the word. Social media is probably our biggest way of communication.
Well, it's great. It can be free.
Yeah.
And the world's expensive.
We're church, we choose free.
Hey, it's a crazy expensive world, and like when it comes to marketing, it can just get out of hand really quickly. So a simple like or a share on Facebook or Twitter,
comment, like,
Instagram.
Share. If you know a student who is in need of community, here's the thing: our students now are. I'm not going to derail this. I apologize.
No.
But y'all can bring me back in. But our students now, more than ever, are more depressed. They're more anxious. They are struggling more than we did, and even more than our parents did, because of this and other things.
Yes.
But so if you know a student who is looking or in search of community, or you think, man, if they could just be around someone who loves them and is on their side and wants to see them win, tell them to come here. So that's it.
Yeah.
So whether they love Jesus or not, we want them there.
Right.
We love them, and we want them to win.
Yeah.
And so they got a place.
Love that. That's the biggest thing. It's our future, and we gotta bring it home for them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And everybody wants to be seen. I mean, right? Like, people want to be seen. They want to be known, and we just provide a space for them.
Yeah. Feel safe. And have fun.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, how can people get in touch with you? We talked about where you're located. If they are interested in giving back, helping out, whether it's donating their time, money, that kind of thing, what's the best way to get a hold of you two? And I'll be sure to put it in the comments and stuff too. For
JC's personal cell phone number is... I'm just kidding.
What? Hey, I feel you, girl. I'm like, I'd rather you just call my cell phone, because it's the quickest way to get to me. But.
Boundaries are okay.
Yeah. For sure.
No, but so social media is a big one. I mean,
what's the youth social media is TNNC, so TNC.YTH.
Yeah.
Okay.
Youth.
Yep, TNC.youth.
Yeah, and church side, TNC.church.
Okay.
And same thing for our website.
Website too. We can go find you on there.
TNC.church.
Awesome.
So.
Yep.
Well, thank you guys so much for being here with me.
Thanks for having us.
This is like just the best way to spend a day. I couldn't imagine anything better. Yeah. I got to get over there, check out your space, learn more.
Yeah.
Get a hold of my peeps in Fargo and tell them to get out and get active.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks again.
Thank you so much.
And everyone, be sure to go check out their social, see if you can give. We would love your support.
Thank you.